Finai and welcome to the stream. Going to quickly pull out chat and then we will put chat into its own small window so I can look at it just in case, though I doubt we will get any viewers this time as per usual. But anyway, yeah, so welcome. I'm hoping the audio this time is better. It's looking like my mic is peaking, so I'm going to turn it down just a little bit, but I turned down the game's volume, so I shouldn't have the same problems. I guess again, I'm going to do that, see if that causes... I like that. There, that's probably better. I hope. My worry is that we're going to get buzzing sounds from my mic somewhat disconnecting, but this is going to have to do. Alright, so I have a bit of a plan now on what I want us to do for the game here. I like figuring out how we're going to go through routes. We're probably going to run through kind of two at the same time, or well, two saves at the same time, but we're going to go through like all options. Sorry, I gotta stretch out real quick. So I kind of got a plan there, which is actually going to make use of the fact that I start at the last of these always, like no matter what visual novel I play. It's a weird habit I have. That's usually because these will go to like switches up in route, but since Fate has it where one route is after another, you can't like do them at the same time or anything. I haven't done that at all, since I'll probably just replay the common route once we get back to it, since it'll be fucking ages before we do that again. Because, I mean, it took us a year to get through it, but even beyond that, it takes hours and hours to get through all of this, and I might not replay the common route, but it's more likely I will, and then we'll just, like, skip through a good amount of stuff. But actually, come to think of it, I think with UBW, with Unlimited Blade Works, we will skip through it mostly, but there's a lot of unique stuff for Heaven's Feel. So, the last route will be a lot more of just playing it through straight. But also, on the other hand, I might just play through the common route as is, because a lot of reveals will happen during the main route, or Fate. And then that will like add on to our knowledge of the common route. So maybe we won't. I don't know. I'm undecided right now. But like at least for Heaven's Feel, we'll actually play through the common route again. But until then, let's get right into it. Again, I hope my volume is proper this time. I decided that better I'm louder than the game louder, because as long as I don't talk while the in-game characters are talking, it's fine. So, anyway. First chapter of Fate, Day 4, Partner. This is a story from a winter 5 years ago. It was a night with a beautiful moon. I wasn't doing anything, just watching the moon with Kiritsugu. Even though it was winter, the weather wasn't cold. The corridor was only a little chilly, and it was a good night to enjoy the moon. Back then, Kiritsugu didn't leave the house much. Not going outside, he would just laze carelessly around the house. I regret it even now, thinking back on it. Why didn't I notice that it was like the actions of an animal that knows its time of death? Suddenly, that man, himself a superhero in my child's eyes, said that as if yearning for it. I became angry and asked him. Kiritsugu laughed apologetically and looked up at the sky.
残念ながらね。ヒーローは期間限定で大人になると名乗るのが難しくなるんだ。そんなこともっと早くに気がつけばよかった。
I agreed with that. I didn't know why, but I thought it couldn't be wrong because Kiritsugu said so.
そっか。それじゃしょうがないな。
そうだね。本当にしようがない。
Kiritsugu answers. So, of course, my response was determined.
しょうがないから俺が代わりになってやるよ。じいさんは大人だからもう無理だけど、俺なら大丈夫だろ。任せろって。じいさんの夢は。
I'll make it come true. Before I could finish, my father laughed. He made a face like he didn't even need to hear the rest. After breathing in, Emiya Kiritsugu said,
安心した。
Man, that pause made me think the rest of it didn't get recorded or that this was unique to Riella now. Or Nua. He quietly closed his eyes and his life ended. Bro, what? That's how he dies? Oh my god. No wonder he's so fucking obsessed with being a hero. His father died after he... Oh my god, that is... I didn't... Oh my god. That's so fucking stupid. Okay, I didn't know his father fucking died after he promised that. No fucking wonder he's so obsessed with that. I knew the boy had issues, but that's something else, man. I don't think you can blame that all on him. Like, that is... Oof. Fuck, man. Alright, thought it... Since he looked so peaceful, I thought he would wake up again in the morning, so I didn't disturb him. Perhaps being used to seeing death factored in too. Without doing anything, I just looked up at the man who was my father as he entered a long sleep. There were no sounds of insects in the garden as it was silent. Also, I just realized that my head is slightly to the right when I'm reading this because that's the side of my computer that the window is on that has the game. So that's kind of funny. Anyway, in the bright night, I remember only my eyes being hot. I didn't cry out, nor did I feel sad. But I couldn't stop my tears until the moon sank. That's the story from a winter 5 years ago. Perhaps I cried 10 years worth of tears since after that. There was nothing. Fujine's father planned the funeral, and I started living in this house by myself. For some reason, I kept thinking that was stated. Stayed living in this house by myself. Nothing changed even though Kiritsugu was gone. Emiya Shiro would become a superhero like Emiya Kiritsugu. So there was no time to be playing around. That's right. I didn't mention it, but I remember perfectly the figure. Why? Okay. Now, okay, my mic decided that it was going to peak there and keep peaking for no reason, so I hope that fixed that. I don't know what that sounded like. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit because Jesus Christ, it keeps peaking. Okay, yeah, that looks alright. Fuck, man. What is doing that? Okay, is that good? Just trying to, like, speak here to see. Okay, I'm gonna raise the volume just a little bit so that I can more consistently get past the okay, I think that's good. I don't have to over-explain it. Sorry, audio issues. Trying something new here again. I didn't mention it, but I remember perfectly. The figure of the man who saved me, who was left to the fire 10 years ago. Oh, the figure of the man who saved me, who was left to the fire 10 years ago. He held in his arms an unconscious child, about to die from burns. He became so happy that tears welled in his eyes, and took the child outside. From that time, he was the subject of my admiration. No one saved me. I couldn't save anyone. In it all, I was saved, and a person was there to save me. So, this is a lie. That's why I decided to become like him. To become a superhero, so that I could save people and let no one be killed, just like him. Right, everyone but you died. Kiritsugu died peacefully, leaving me his dream of becoming a superhero himself. It's only natural for a child to succeed their father. Miyashiro must become a superhero and save everyone, just like the old me. I swore so as a child. No, Norton, fuck off. Norton, fuck off. To fulfill the dream of the man I admired the most. But honestly, I don't get it. What this superhero thing is supposed to be. How to become one. How to make everyone happy like Kiritsugu always said. And I became this thing called a wow, fuck. And I became this thing called a master. And things like the blonde-haired girl following me around is confusing my head and really... I think I'm starting to get back into the whole narrating it. When I open my eyes, I'm in a familiar room. As soon as I speak, I start to feel terribly sick. I taste blood in my mouth. Maybe it was filling my mouth, but I breathe... maybe it was filling my mouth, but I breathe in the thick air. Man, the way that that's fucking worded. I'm not sure why I feel like this. I feel really sick to my stomach, so I want to go to the bathroom and wash my face. I stand up. I feel dizzy. I almost fall and support myself by putting a hand against the wall. The nausea increases when I move. No, this is more like pain than nausea. My body is heavy, and it feels like my stomach is turning every time I move. Maybe someone would feel like this if someone poured burning lead into their stomach. I wipe the sweat off my forehead and waddle out of my room. I wash my face and wipe the sweat off my body. There are bandages wrapped around my stomach for some reason. I have to check something. I can't recall. Oh. I think we still have audio. Okay. There are bandages wrapped around my stomach for some reason. I can't recall anything about them, so I leave them be for now. Even though my stomach feels terrible, my body wants energy. Putting my mind to it, I start walking along the wall. Give me 1 second really quick, I want to check something. Okay, sorry about that. Putting my mind to it, I start to walk along the wall. I still feel dizzy, and my body feels dull. I walk forward, letting out miserable sounds. Really, What did I do before going to bed? I don't remember any training that could have caused this pain. I reached the living room. Sakura and Fujine must be at school. There's no breakfast prepared in the living room, and there's none of Fujine's loudness. Isn't it Sunday? So there shouldn't be school anyway in Japan, right? The quiet living room is like a typical Sunday.
おはよう。勝手に上がらせてもらってるわ、エミヤくん。
Typical except for this bitch. No, it's not. Tosaka-rin is sitting on a cushion. Her calmness makes me think I'm a guest in this house and not her. Yeah, that's why I'm even more surprised. I don't know how to answer her, so first of all I sit down. And then I take a deep breath and ask,
大阪、お前どうして？
待った。その前に謝ってくれない？昨夜の一件についての謝罪を聞かないと落ち着けないわ。
I don't even have time to ask her why she's here. Tosaka is glaring at me like she's really mad. Seems she's really angry about last night, but what happened last night?
待て。
How the fuck do you not instantly think of this stuff? I've never had a, like, real bad event in my life that I haven't immediately woken up and be like, holy shit, did that actually happen? It's never a denial thing, it's more like a, was that all a dream? Did that happen? Is that real? I feel like that might be more realistic here, but I don't know, I guess people deal with trauma differently, maybe. Anyway. Just my 2 cents on that. I recall it now. That's right. Why am I so relaxed? I tried to save Saber and Berserker blew away my stomach. The nausea returns. I feel a chill, remembering the feeling of having a hole in my body. Something in my stomach moves. It feels really sick. It feels really sick, but that's definite proof that I'm alive. Wait, that's weird. Shouldn't that have been an instant death for me?
変だ。なんだって生きてるんだ、俺。
思い出した？昨夜自分がどんなバカをしでかしたかって。なら少しは反省しなさい。
Dosuke lets out a humph and criticizes me. Huh, that's really annoying. My head, which was frozen by the fact that Tosuke is here, finally resumes activity again.
何言ってんだ。あの時はあれ以外することなんてなかっただろう。いや、そりゃ結果だけ見ればバカだったけど、本当はもっとうまくやるつもりだったんだ。
I was going to do it better. I just failed. You can't blame me. It's not like it was a dumb decision.
だから。あれは間違いなんかじゃない。
But the fact... I feel like by definition the fact that it failed does make it a dumb decision. Maybe. Not necessarily, I suppose. But... I protest, glaring at her. What? Why is she sighing?
マスターが死んだらサーバントは消えるって言ったでしょ。だって言うのにサーバントをかばうなんてどうかしてるわ。
To an extent, yes, I suppose. Depends on the master, though.
いい？あなたが死んでしまえばセイバーだって消えてしまう。セイバーを救いたかったのならもっと安全な場所からできる手段を考えなさい。
I feel like maybe the only master I can think of that could get away with it is someone who's already a hero themselves, or like the main character from Samurai Remnant. Just because I feel like he would be someone strong enough to, like, maybe not defeat a servant, but hold one off long enough for one of his servants to, like, do better. So, I don't know. That's just my 2 cents on if a master could get involved, but like I don't think any of them in this Holy Grail war could like, or like should sacrifice them or like put themselves in danger, other than I guess Shiro, because it was literally the only option we have. But like realistically speaking. Anyway.
まったく身を挺してサーバントを守るなんて行為は無駄以外の何者でもないって分かってるの?
Also, I noticed something. We got that weapon tab from the defeat, but because that's a separate like timeline thing, we don't have it on here. I double checked, so that's kind of funny. It seems like only kind of canon-y stuff leads to it showing up here. But I actually do wonder if different routes will or won't have stuff from previous routes. I never checked that. So it's possible that like if you were to restart UBW, it wouldn't have the stuff on the side here. Or, well, I guess we don't currently have it, but when we do get it, like the weapons and I believe character profiles are another one. But I kind of hope it does keep the ones from Fate, just because then what's the word I'm trying to think of? My mind is blanking out a bit. Because then it like will put stuff together. Because I do know certain reveals are only in certain routes. So like Heaven's Feel, which will have a lot of reveals, will not have the same ones as Fate and UBW. So I hope they get combined in the end, just so that we can get full character bios and weapon bios and stuff like that. But I don't know that for a certainty. That's just my hope, because then that's just fun. That's appealing to me psychologically. So I don't know. Bit of a tangent. Let's get back into it. Why am I doing these tangents again? It's like the beginning of streams. That's what I'm doing now. Anyway, hopefully I can get more into this as we keep going, like I did yesterday, or I guess last night. Or this morning, really. Last night and this morning. Anyway.
かばったわけじゃない。助けようとしたらああなっちまっただけだ。俺だってあんな目に遭うなんて思わなかった。
I didn't think I would be killed if I went near that monster, but that's a different matter.
そう。勘違いしてるみたいね、あなた。
As if she's read my mind, she sulks even more.
あのね、ミヤ君。きっちりと言っておくけど、教会まで連れて行ったのはあなたに勝たせるためじゃないわ。あれはね、何も知らないあなたが一人でも生き残れるようにって考えた結果なの。どうもそのあたりは分かってなかったみたいね。
俺が生き残れるように。
そうよ。負けることがそのまま死につながるって知れば、そう簡単に博打は打たなくなる。エミヤ君、こういう状況でも一人で夜出歩きそうだから。
God, that's funny.
脅しをかけておけば、家中の栗を拾うこともなし、うまくいけば最後までやり過ごせるかもって思ったの。
Frankly, you can't threaten someone with a good time.
そうか。それは気づかなかった。
Okay, but jokes aside, her threats are hard to take seriously because she's not the character who actually will follow through on them. So, yeah, Ilya is much more of an effective threat. But ironically, she's actually a threat to stay in it because she will absolutely fucking kill him if he ever loses Saber. So, you know. So that's why she's complaining to me about not realizing that and running a berserker.
けどどうして遠坂が怒るんだよ。俺がヘマをやらかしたのは遠坂には関係ないだろう。
関係あるわよ。この私を一晩も心配させたんだから。
Tosca throws out temper. But I see. I'm honestly happy she's worrying about me. Looking at the situation, it seems Tosaka was the one who treated my wound.
そうか。遠坂には世話になったんだな。ありがとう。
I bow my head to show my thanks and apologize.
分かればいいのよ。これに懲りたら次はもっと頭のいい行動してよね。
Tosuka looks away. Her gesture is snappy, but it seems she's... Oof, sorry. Ugh. Tosuka looks away. Her gesture is snappy, but it seems she's in a good mood again.
じゃあこれで昨日のことはおしまいね。本題に入るけど、真面目な話と昨日の話、どっちにする？
You know, I realized something. And this might get brought up here. But Shiro technically doesn't really want to win. He just wants to keep someone bad from winning. And he debatably knows that Tosuka isn't bad. And like, I know in UBW they team up because she is the route. That's her route. UBW is her route. So like, it does make sense for them to team up just because even if she does want to win, and I don't really know what her motivations are, but like, her motivations aren't evil, so better her winning or him winning than anyone else, because they can guarantee that their victory won't lead to like a shit outcome for everyone. So them teaming up does always make sense. And actually, is there even another... Because there's 7 servants, so 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, wait. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fuck, where's the last one? Okay. 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. Yep, yeah, these 2 are the only 2. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Like, out of all of the masters I know definitively, these 2 are the only ones who wouldn't do something bad with the Grail. So yeah, their team up makes sense. Anyway, sorry, just thinking about that. Because realistically, he is just kind of trying to keep someone bad from getting there, so there could have easily been an argument, and again, that might be what Fate's route is, of her being like, hey, work with me, I'll get the Grail, and then you can stop bad people from getting it. That work for you, maybe? I'm not sure. Just my 2 cents on it. Oh, but main problem with that, she would have to know that that's his motivation, and I don't think she does. So, continuing on. I'll go into main topic, but which do you want to talk about? About last night or about something serious? Okay. Tosuka starts a conversation as if it's natural to do so. Her straightforwardness surprises me, but thinking about it, she's here because she has something to talk about. Give me a second. Sorry about that, I had to cough. If she didn't have business with me, she would have gone home already. What is it that Tosuka, my enemy, wants to discuss in her enemy's territory? Also, I realize the reason I'm rambling so much is because I haven't gotten into it like mentally yet. Because by the end of that last one, I was definitely like very clocked into what was happening. I was very, oh my god, what's next? What's next? And right now I'm not, because it's very exposition heavy. So I'm interested in that, and I also want to know what happened last night. It's stupid not to ask, so I will be saving. Okay. Here. Save. Save. And then which do I want to do? This one. I'm more interested in why Tosuka is still here.
それじゃ真面目な方の話を。父さん
そ。じゃあ先に結論から聞くわ。
What is it? It seemed for a second like Tosaka was disappointed.
率直に聞くけど、エミヤくん、あなたこれからどうするつもり？
She asks directly one question I don't want to be asked. No, that's not it. It's not that I don't want her to ask me, but I haven't made up my mind yet. But I haven't made my mind up yet. I'm the one who wants to ask what to do, what do I want, but, wow, blah. It's not, no, that's not it. It's not that I don't want her to ask me, but I haven't made up, wow, Jesus Christ. My brain does not like the way this sentence is formatted. No, it's not, no, that's not it. It's not that I don't want her to ask me, but I haven't made my mind up yet. I think it's made my mind up yet instead of made up my mind yet. That's what I want to. That's what my brain wants it to be. That's not the way it's written. Sorry. Just don't know why that's not connected. Anyway, I'm the one who wants to ask, what do I do now?
正直わからない。聖杯は競い合うっていうけど、武術指導士の戦いなんてしたことがない。第一、
I want to try to avoid killing people, and most of all,
聖杯なんていう得体の知れないものに興味がないんだ。欲しくないもののために命を張るのが
言うと思った。あなたね、そんなこと言ったらサーバントに殺されるわよ。
it's fine.
殺されるって、どうして？
サーバントの目的も聖杯だから。
Okay, so they're explaining
彼ら
here.
は聖杯を手に入れるという条件だからこそマスターの召喚に応じているのよ。サーバントにとって最も重要なのは聖杯なの。彼らは聖杯を手に入れる可能性があるからマスターに従い、時にマスターのために命を落とす。
At least in this version of things.
だっていうのに聖杯なんていらないよなんて言ってみなさい。裏切り者と切り殺されても文句は言えないでしょ。
なんだそれ。おかしいじゃないか。サーバントっていうのはマスターが呼び出したものなんだ。
I suppose if they were to make an agreement like, hey, we'll work together until the end, it could be a thing of like, we'll agree not to kill each other. Why is my mic moving like that? One second. Okay, I think that fixed it. I think it would be a situation of you literally have it be at the end and then just have the servants kill each other and whoever wins gets the cup. But I don't know. It depends on the servant because if one lacks honor, they might decide killing the master is easier. I don't know. It depends. It's complicated stuff, I suppose, to an extent. Anyway, what was that? It's weird because the servants are what the master summons, right?
サーバントが無償で人間に従うなんて思ってたの？聖杯は手に入れた者の望みを叶える。それはマスターの守護者であるサーバントも例外じゃない。サーバントたちにもね、それぞれ何らかの欲望があるのよ。だからこそ彼らは本来ありえない召喚に応じている。聖杯を手に入れるためにマスターがサーバントを呼び出すじゃない。聖杯が手に入るからサーバントはマスターの呼び出しに応じるのよ。
It's a mix. I imagine there could be a situation, and this is just me speculating because I don't know for a certainty, where a servant wants someone to get the Holy Grail but isn't particularly interested in it himself. But why is it peaking like that again? think that fixed it. Sorry, my mic is being weird right now. Where was I at? Oh, right. I think theoretically, you could get a situation where the servant doesn't want the Holy Grail, but they view the master, like what the master wants to do with it, or who the master is. Maybe they're like a relative or something. Them getting the Grail is a good thing, so they could help out for that reason. I think there's other like reasons for it. Theoretically, I don't know if that's ever happened or if that's even actually possible, because it could be that the Grail can only summon people who want it, in which case, yeah, it doesn't really matter, but just an option, I think, like as a possibility. Because I get the sense that it's more like they're consenting to be summoned more than it is they want the Grail, but that could be me misinterpreting. Servants have for their own desires. Bruh! Sometimes Shiro really frustrates me. He knows that they're like people from the past, people who lived. Well, mostly. So, they should logically have their own desire. Fucking whatever. Then, does that mean Saber has a wish she wants the Holy Grail to grant?
だからサーバントはマスターが命令しなくとも他のマスターを消しにかかる。聖杯を手に入れるのは一人だけ。自分のマスター以外に聖杯が渡るのは彼らだって承知できないのよ。マスターと違ってサーバントにはレイジを奪うなんてことはできない。彼らが他のマスターを無力化するには殺す以外に方法がない。
I mean, yeah. I think, so not to spoil too much to anything, or like any part of Fate, because, you know, when I mention some stuff, it's like not just Stay Night, but also just like wider Fate in general. A lot of rules can be broken by certain servants. I know for a fact the command seal thing, like there are servants that can steal them. It's like very specific servants though. In fact, I only know one of them definitively, and I suspect another one. But like, it's a rare thing, but it is technically possible. It's just like, it's rare to the point that it's not to be expected. So they don't necessarily have to kill them, but usually, yeah, usually they'll just kill the master.
だからね、たとえマスター本人に戦う意志がないとしても、戦いは避けられないのよ。
I guess part of it as well is that in Stay Night, there's only been 4 previous Holy Grail wars, so they don't really know everything. Because they just don't have experience with some extenuating, like certain servants can do certain things and others can do other things kind of deal. I don't know if they've even ever had a ruler servant. So, yeah, or ruler class. So, you know, the master has no intention of fighting, the battle is inevitable.
サーバントに襲われたマスターは自分のサーバントでこれを撃退する。それが聖杯戦争なんだって綺麗から嫌っていうほど聞かされたでしょ。
ああ、それは昨日の夜教えられた。けど、
That means allowing your servant to try to kill other servants. I thought it would be over if I reached a compromise with other masters, but if the servants are ones summoned to obtain the Holy Grail, and if it's true that they will not give it up, then a battle between servants is inevitable. Then the girl that fought to protect me is also ready to kill or be killed to obtain the Holy Grail.
なんてことだ。英霊だかなんだか知らないけど、セイバーは人間だ。昨日だってあんなに血を流してた。
Give me 1 second. Okay. I got a cough drop, so okay. Like I said, I got a cough drop because I want to not cough so much right now. I don't know why I've started it, but I have, so anyway. Just catch up again. The girl that fought to protect me is ready to be killed for the girl. I just realized they're talking about Saber and not Tosaka. Alright.
あ、その点は安心して。サーバントに生死はないから。サーバントは絶命しても本来の場所に帰るだけだもの。英霊っていうのはもう死んでも死なない現象だからね。
いや、だからそれは。
Even if it's a temporary death, there's still the fact that something human-shaped has disappeared from this world.
何、人殺しだっていうの？魔術師のくせにまだそんな正義感振り回してるわけ？あなた。
Her comment is only natural. As a magus, death is always right beside me. I understand it, and I'm prepared for that. I understand it, and I'm already prepared for that. But still, I'm not strong enough to judge people's deaths as good or bad.
当然だろう。相手を殺すための戦いなんて俺は付き合わない。
へえ、それじゃあミスミス殺されるのを待つだけなんだ。で、勝ちを他のマスターに譲るのね。
そうじゃない。要は最後まで残っていればいいんだろ。自分から殺し合いをする気はないけど、身を守るための戦いなら容赦はしないさ。人を殺しに来る相手なら逆に殺されても文句は言えないだろ
う。受けに回るんだ。それじゃあ他のマスターが何をしようが傍観するのね。例えば昨日のあいつが暴れ回って町の人間を皆殺しにしても無視するってわけ？
Someone like yesterday? She must mean that inhuman monster. Superhuman strength that allows the destruction of a house with house or two with a single blow. Certainly, if that thing wished, this town could be in ruins in just one night. And on top of that, the problem is that the servants are normally in spirit form. Humans can't see those in spirit form. But since the servants can affect the real world as spirits, you could call them the most powerful weapon. With the technology we have now, there are no weapons that can affect a spiritual being. Our attacks are useless against them, and their attacks can damage us. It's not just a one-sided game. Murder by a servant is like a natural death for normal people. Death caused by an invisible killer will just be treated as accidental death or suicide.
なんだよそれ。サーバント。いや、マスターとサーバントは他のマスターしか襲わないんじゃないのか。町の人たちは無関係だろう。
ええ、そうだったらどんなに平和なことか。けどそれなら見届け役の綺麗なんていらないでしょ。一つ言い忘れていたけど、サーバントっていうのは霊なの。彼らはもう完成したものだから今以上の成長はない。けど燃料である魔力は別よ。蓄えた魔力が多ければ多いほどサーバントは生前の特殊能力を自由に行使できるわ。そのあたりは私たち魔術師と一緒なんだけど。
わかる。魔術を連発できるってことだろ。
You could say that magical energy is the gunpowder to fill a gun, and the magus is the gun itself. The type of gun depends on the magus's abilities: pistol, rifle, machine gun, shotgun. Using that metaphor, servants are cannons. Using a large amount of gunpowder, they fire a single bullet.
そうよ。けどサーバントたちは私たちみたいに自然からマナを提供されてるわけじゃない。基本的にそれを補充するのが私たちマスターで、サーバントは自分の魔力プラス 主であるマスターの魔力分しか生前の力を発揮できないの。
Okay.
けどそれだとあなたみたいに半人前のマスターじゃ優れたマスターにはかなわないってことになるでしょ。その抜け道っていうか当たり前って言えば当たり前の方法なんだけれど、サーバントは他から魔力を補充できる。サーバントは霊体だから同じものを食べてしまえば栄養は取れるってこと。
Nourishment by eating things that are like them.
同じものって霊体のことか。けど何の霊を食べるって言うんだよ。
簡単でしょ。自然霊は自然そのものから力を汲み取る。なら人間霊であるサーバントは一体何から力を汲み取ると思う？
It's a simple answer. As we humans eat meat, the servant spirits.
ごめんと。まあ魔力の補充なんて聖杯に補助されたマスターからの提供だけで大抵は事足りる。けど一人より大勢の方が大量摂取できるのは当然でしょ。はっきり言ってしまえばね、実力のないマスターはサーバントに人を食わせるのよ。サーバントは人間の原感情や魂を魔力に変換する。自分のサーバントを強くしたいのならそれが一番効率がいい。人間を殺してサーバントへの生贄にするマスターは決して少なくないわ。
生贄にするって、それじゃ手段を選ばないやつがマスターならサーバントを強くするために人を殺しまくるってことなのか。
I think the buzzing was happening again. I'm not sure.
そうね。けど頭のいいやつならそんな無駄なことはしないんじゃないかな。いい？サーバントがいくら強力でも魔力の器そのものには限界がある。能力値以上の貯蔵はできないんだから、殺して回るにしても限度があるわ。
Yeah, I'm curious. Okay. Sorry, I only just realized this. I think I've noticed it before, but... Hell, I think I've noticed it before on stream, but man. The three that got left out. They can't store more than their capacity, so there's a limit to how much they can kill and collect magical energy.
それにあからさまに殺人を犯せば教会が黙ってないし、何よりそのシーンからサーバントの能力と正体が他のマスターたちにバレかねない。もちろんマスター自身の正体もね。聖杯戦争は自分の正体を隠していた方が圧倒的に有利だから、普通のマスターならサーバントを出し惜しみするはずよ。
Something war is based on deception. I mean, Sun Tzu. I see. Certainly, if nobody knows that you are master, there's no danger of other masters attacking you. Conversely, if you know who the other masters are, you could definitely pull a surprise attack on them. By that theory, there won't be many masters that would have their servants attack humans and reveal their identity.
よかった。なら問題はないじゃないか。マスターが命令しなければサーバントは無差別に人を襲わないんだから。
でしょうね。仮にも英雄だもの。自分から人を殺して回るやつはそもそも英雄だなんて呼ばれないだろうけど、もう断言はできないか。
They're not all heroes.
暴虐者だからこそ英雄になった例なんていくらでもあるんだし。
Tosca makes an ominous comment. As it seems to be her true feelings rather than just sarcasm. I guess Tosaka is a realist.
とりあえず確認しておきたかったことはそういうこと。サーバントがどんなものかは分かったでしょ。聖杯戦争に勝ち残ろうとしているのはマスターだけじゃない。この戦いに参加した以上、エミヤ君は自分のサーバントを律する義務がある。
An obligation to command my servant. So I can't allow my own servant or other servants to attack innocent people.
少しは自分の立場が理解できた？なら次はあなたの体のことね。エミヤ君、あれから自分に何が起きたのか覚えている？
いや、覚えてるも何も俺は。
I ran towards Saber and got my stomach blown away by Berserker. I lost consciousness then, and I don't know anything about last night nor why I'm alive.
そんなことだろうと思ったわ。本題の続きに入る前にそこんところだけ説明してあげる。
With an unpleasant sigh, Tosaka starts to describe what happened yesterday. Seems that Berserker left after I fell unconscious. She tells me that my body started to heal itself and that it looked fine after about 10 minutes. And she says she brought me here since I didn't regain my consciousness even when my wound had healed, and that's why we are here. That's where we are right now.
ここで重要なのは、あなたはあなた一人で生き切ったっていう事実よ。確かに私は手助けしたけど、あの傷を完治させたのはあなた自身の力だった。そこ勘違いしないでよね。
話を聞くとそうみたいだけど、なんだ、遠坂が直してくれたんじゃないのか。
まさか死にかけてる人間を蘇生させるなんて芸当はもう私にはできない。エミやシローは自分でぶっ飛んだ中身をどうにかしたのよ。
Give me a second. Okay. What can I do now that she said that? My stomach is certainly healing, but I have doubts about Tosaka's story. I can't use healing magic, let alone revival magic.
そうなると原因はサーバントね。あなたのサーバントはよっぽど強力なのか、それとも召喚の時に何か手違いが生じたのか。まあ両方だと思うけど、何らかのラインがつながったんでしょうね。
ラインって使い魔と魔術師を結ぶ因果線のこと？
あら、ちゃんと使い魔の知識はあるじゃない。なら話は早いわ。要するにエミヤ君とセーバーの関係は普通の主人と使い魔の関係じゃないってこと。見たところセイバーには自然治癒の力もあるみたいだから、それがあなたに流れてるんじゃないかな。普通は魔術師の能力が使い魔に付与されるんだけど、あなたの場合は使い魔の特殊能力が主人を助けてるってわけ。
簡単に言って川の水が下から上に流れているようなもんか。
うまい例えね。本来ならありえないだろうけど、セイバーの魔力ってのは川の流れを変えるほど膨大なんでしょ。そうでなければあの体格でバーサーカーとまともに打ち合うなんて考えられない。
本来ならありえない。じゃあ遠坂とアーチャーは普通の魔術師と使い魔の関係なのか。
そうよ。人の言うこと全然聞かないやつだけど、一応そういう関係。マスターとサーバントのつながりなんてガソリンとエンジンみたいなものだもの。こっちが魔力を提供して、あっちがそれを食べるだけ。まあ中には肉体面でもサーバントと共有して疑似的な不死を得たマスターもいたそうよ。サーバントが死なない限り自分も死なないなんていうやつなんだけど。エミヤ君。
ああ、聞いてる。じゃあ遠坂、俺の体って多少の傷はほっといても治るってことか。
あなたのサーバントの魔力を消費してね。 理屈はわからないけど、原因がセイバーの実体化にあることは間違いないわ。あなたが自然治癒の呪いなんて習得しているはずはないから。
当たり前だ。そんな難しいこと親父から教えてもらったことないからな。
そうじゃなくて、そうだったら私が悩む必要はなかったっていうことよ。いいわ、あなたには関係のない話だから。
What is it? Tosca's words are indirect and hard to follow.
まあいいわ。とにかくあまり無茶はしないこと。今回は助かったからいいけど、次にあんな傷を負ったらまず助からないはずだから。多少の傷なら治るなんていう甘い考えは捨てた方がいいでしょうね。
分かってる。俺が勝手に怪我して、それでセイバーから何かをもらってるなんていうのは申し訳ない。
バカね、そんな理由じゃないわよ。断言してもいいけど、あなたの傷を治すと減るのはセイバーの魔力だけじゃない。あなたそれ絶対なんか使ってるわ。寿命とか性分とか預金残高とか、ともかく何かが減りまくってるに違いないんだから。
Tosca is a hump once again. I feel the same way, but
遠坂、預金残高は関係ないのでは。
関係あるわよ。魔術ってのは金食い虫なんだから。使ってればどんどんお金は減っていくものなの。そうでなければ許さないんだから、特に私が。
Toscarin erupts with the fires of personal grudges. It's strange. The more I talk with her, the more I understand this is the real Toscarin, and that the Tosca from at school is just a mask she puts on. No, it's something I had realized already yesterday.
話を戻しましょうか。で、どうするの？人殺しはしないっていうエミヤ君は、他のマスターが何をしようが傍観するんでしたっけ？
I take back what I said. She really has a bad personality. She's a real bully, putting me on the spot and asking me that with a smile.
そうなったら止めるだけだ。サーバントさえ倒せばマスターだっておとなしくなるんだろ。
呆れた。自分からマスターは倒さないけど、他のマスターが悪事を働いたら倒すっていうんだ。
There we go.
エミヤ君、自分が矛盾してるって分かってる？
ああ、都合がいいのは分かってるけど、それ以外の方針は考えつかない。こればっかりはどんなに。
問題点が一つあるけど、言っていいかしら？
She's plotting something. With that face, she's definitely plotting something. Oh, no. As a man, I have to listen. Ah, that's why.
いいけど、なんだよ。
昨日のマスター覚えてる？エミヤ君と私を簡単に殺せとか言ってた子だけど。
How can I forget? They attacked us mercilessly.
あの子、必ず私たちを殺しに来る。それはエミヤ君にも分かってると思うけど。
I see. That girl is a master too. Since she knows Tosaka and I are masters, she will come and attack us someday. I don't know if it'll be today or tomorrow, but I do know it's a death sentence. At least, I know I can't stop such a monster.
あの子のサーバント、バーサーカーは桁違いよ。マスターとして未熟なあなたにあれは撃退できない。自分からは何もしないで身を守るって言うけど、あなたは身を守ることさえできないわ。
悪かったな。けどそういう遠坂だってあいつには勝てないんじゃないのか。
正面からじゃ勝てないでしょうね。白兵戦ならあれは最強のサーバントよ。きっと歴代のサーバントの中でもあれと並ぶやつはいないと思う。私もバーサーカーに襲われたら逃げ延びる手段はないわ。
それは俺だって同じだ。今度襲われたらきっと次はないと思う。
Unconsciously, I place a hand on my stomach. The wound on my stomach is healed now. No, you couldn't call it a wound. It was pretty much instant death. My nausea returns just at the thought of taking another blow like that.
そういうこと。分かった。何もしないままで聖杯戦争の終わりを待つなんて選択肢はないってことが。
それは分かった。けど遠坂、お前さっきから何を言いたいんだよ。死刑宣告された俺を見るのが楽しいってわけでもないだろ。ってもしかして楽しいのか。
そこまで悪趣味じゃない。もうここまで言ってるのにわからない？要するに私と手を組まないかって言ってるの。
If I take that at face value, that's...
手を組むって俺と遠坂が？
そう、私のアーチャーは致命傷を受けて目下治療中。完全に回復するまで時間がかかるけど、それでも半人前ぐらいの活躍はできるはずよ。で、そっちはサーバントは申し分ないけど、マスターが足引っ張ってやっぱり半人前。ほら、合わせればちょうどいいわ。
俺そこまで半人前なんかじゃないぞ。
私が知る限りでもう3回も死にそうになったのに、1日で3回も殺されかける人間なんて初めて見たけど。
けどそれは
同盟の対価ぐらいは払うわ。アーチャーを倒されたことはチャラにしてあげて、マスターとしての知識も教えてあげる。あと暇があればエミヤ君の魔術の腕を見てあげてもいいけど。どう？
That certainly is an attractive proposal. As I don't know anything, Dosuka would be a reliable teacher. And if I can help it, I don't want to fight against Dosuka. Not because she's a girl I admired at school. In fact, if I didn't know her like this, I wouldn't have felt this much resistance. The Tosukari in front of me is so different from how people describe her as an honor student. But talking to her, she is just Tosuka, and it seems she's just as she appears. Well, in other words, I'm saying I find her so much more attractive this way that I'm wondering why I even have to tell myself this.
エミヤ君、答え聞かせてほしいんだけど。
She urges my response. I will be saving. Actually, no, I won't. I will be loading, and then we will save after. I didn't have to... Yeah, and then, so I have a bad feeling about this. I don't want to hear either. I don't think either of the stories can be good.
何よ黙り込んで。そんなに悩むほどのことじゃないでしょ。
そうかな。なんかどっちにしても遠坂に怒られる気がするんで、話自体聞きたくない。
I cross my arms and offer my honest feelings. Oh, crap. It feels like I've just poked a sleeping dragon awake.
遠坂、なんかすごい顔してないか、お前。
Something like a terrible wrath.
あら、すごい顔ってどんな顔かしら。一応聞いておくけど、エミヤ君には私が怒ってるように見えたとか？
It felt more like dangerous.
いや、心なしか遠坂のこめかみに青筋が立ったように見えたような見間違いにしたいような。
I answer the intense smile in bits and pieces.
へえ、そんな風に見えたんだ。じゃあエミヤ君は私が怒ってるなんて思ってるわけね。
その怒ってるのか遠坂。
当たり前よ。言うにこと書いてどっちも聞きたくないですって。あんたね、自分の立場本当に分かってるのかってのよ、この考えだし。
Tosca roars like a beast. I want to escape from that coercion, but
逃げるな。あんたはそこで正座。
I automatically straighten my back and sit down.
いや遠坂、正座ってなんでさ。
決まってるでしょ。一方的に話をするのよ。エミヤ君はまだ寝ぼけてるようだから目が覚めるまでそうしてなさい。
Tosca is seriously angry. I feel like she's going to bite my head off if I disobey, so I nod. I'm facing a beast. I think it's best to play dead in front of a raging beast, or something like that.
まずは状況の確認よ。昨日あれからどうなったのかを話してあげる。
So Tosca tells me what happened last night. It seems that Berserker left after I fell unconscious. She tells me that my body started to heal itself and that it looked fine after about 10 minutes. And she says she brought me here since I didn't regain my consciousness even when my wound had healed, and that's where we are right now.
ここで重要なのは、あなたは
話を聞くとそうみたいだけど、
まさか死にかけてる。
She says, heal the story, alone, revive
そうな
magic.
るとあなたのサーバントはよっぽど。
ライン。
Okay. Yep.
あら、ちゃんと使い物知識はあるじゃない。
I'm wondering. Okay. Yeah. And then we'll actually save that there. And then finally load the last one. Okay. Ask about yesterday. Even if I'm going to listen to her, I have to know the situation I'm in first. I have to know where I am before I go somewhere else. That's the basic principle of a journey.
まずは昨日の話からのがいい。
そうね。まずは状況を知るのが先。なんだ、まともに頭が働くじゃない、あなた。
Tosca smiles contently and describes what happened yesterday. Seems that Berserker left after I fell unconscious. She tells me that my body started to heal itself and that it looked fine after about 10 minutes. And she says she brought me here since I didn't regain my consciousness even when my wound had healed, and that's where we are right now.
ここで重要なのは、あなたはあなた一人で生き切ったっていう事実よ。確かに私は手助けしたけど、あの傷を完治させたのはあなた自身の力だった。
話を聞くとそうみたいだけど、なんだ、遠坂が直してくれたんじゃないのか。
まさか死にかけてる人間を蘇生させるなんてゲットはもう私にはできない。
Oh, okay.
意味や四郎は自分
Right,
で
we caught up.
ぶっ飛んだ中身をどうにかしたのよ。
Okay. There. Save. Okay. Finally. Okay. Load. Fucking hell, man. Why the fuck am I coughing so much? Alright. Sorry, but I can't. It should be something I don't even need to think about. I'm a novice, and Tosca is at her full potential as a master animagus. Considering the events yesterday, it'd be smarter to join up with Tosca. But...
エミヤ君、返事聞きたいんだけど。
Oh. I feel like I'm being too hasty joining up with someone right now. I don't think Tosaka is out to trick me, but I should figure out the situation first. Or else I won't be able to judge what's right and what's wrong.
すまん、父さん。心配してくれるのはありがたいけど、いい返事はできない。ことがことだからな。簡単に方針を決めちゃいけない気がする。
I look directly back at her and answer. Tosca narrows her eyes a bit and nods emotionlessly.
それじゃあ交渉は決裂ね。まあ確かにエミヤ君の言い分も正しいわ。本当に勝つ気があるなら誰も信用できないもの。
そんなことないぞ。俺、遠坂は信用してる。ただ、一人で決められることじゃないだけだ。俺がセイバーのマスターなら、あいつに無断で約束はできない。
なるほど。確かにそうね。あなたはもうれっきとしたマスターなんだから。
Giving a nod of understanding, Tosaka turns away. She leaves, her hair fluttering behind her. And the girl who could have been my ally turns and...
それじゃあね。次に出会ったら敵同士だから。
Like the girl Ilya, leaves a cold warning. I take a quick breath and consider my current situation. I haven't had time to sit down and think since the incident last night, when I saw the battle between Lancer and Archer. I had my chest pierced by Lancer, returned home after I was somehow saved, and was attacked once again by Lancer and... what I heard at the church. The murderous battle called the Holy Grail War. The Holy Grail that grants any wish supposedly given to the winner. There are many things I don't know about, but I definitely have a guide. I look around the house. I look around where someone could be... I look around the house. I look around where someone could be. All the guest rooms, but I can't find Saber. Even saying that, I can't find Saber anywhere. Seems servants can become spirits, but I can't do that. No, first of all... I don't understand who she is or how she exists. The only thing I understand is... no matter how superior their existence may be, they still get hurt in a fight, and they bleed if they are wounded. Saber is in the Silent JoJo. Her appearance is different from yesterday's. Sitting in a Japanese style wooden floor, she is not wearing her armor. She is changed into refined clothes that suit her well, and she's sitting silently. I lose my voice at the figure. With her back straight and sitting Japanese style with her eyes closed, Saber looks beautiful. Her state, melting into the silence, reminds me of pure water. And that removes the last doubts within me. Even if she is a servant, I think she is holy. So, I should not follow a wrong path with her.
Saber!
I call out. Saber slowly opens her eyes and returns my gaze.
目が覚めたのですね、シロ。
A calm voice. Her voice echoing through the dojo as if permitting it is surprisingly suited to this place.
ああ、ついさっき目が覚めた。セイバーはここで何を？
体を休めていました。私にはシロの手当てはできませんから、今はせめて自身を万全にしておこうと思いまして。
Saber says so while looking at me. Well, I feel a tension, different from the one I felt with Tosaka.
シロ、どうしました？やはり体がまだ。
いや、こっちも問題ない。勝手に戸惑ってるだけだから気にしないでくれ。
I take a step back, shaking my head. Looking away from Saber, who's tilting her head questioningly, I calm down my pounding heart.
しつけ。何緊張してんだ、俺は。
I take a deep breath, but it doesn't seem to die down quickly. In fact, I don't think it ever will.
なんだって着替えてるんだよ、あいつ。
I complain without meaning to. Saber's clothes are so real that they make me conscious of her womanhood, whether I like it or not. She is terribly beautiful. I thought I figured that out yesterday, but she really hits me with it now. If she dresses so much like a girl, as a healthy guy, I'm troubled.
シロ、
I tense up at the moment our eyes meet. But I didn't look for her so as to not talk to her. I'm troubled, but I can't stay quiet forever.
よし。いいかな、セイバー。こうやって落ち着いて話すのは初めてだけど。
I make up my mind and talk to her. And then...
シロ、話の前に昨夜の件について言っておきたいことがあります。
She interrupts my words with a sullenness that makes her earlier calmness seem like an illusion.
いいけど、なんだよ、話って。
ですから昨夜の件です。シロは私のマスターでしょう。そのあなたがあのような行動をしては困る。戦闘は私の領分なのですから、シロは自分の役割に徹してください。自分から無駄死にをされては私でも守りようがない。
Saber says so clearly. That makes the tension I was feeling vanish.
なんだよそれ。あの時はああでもしなけりゃお前が切られてたじゃないか。
その時は私が死ぬだけでしょう。シロが傷つくことではなかった。繰り返しますが、今後あのような行動はしないように。
Damn it.
マスターであるあなたが私をかばう必要はありませんし、そんな理由もないでしょう。
バカ言ってんな。女の子を助けるのに理由なんているもんか。
Maybe she was surprised at being yelled at, but she pauses for a moment as if I've done something unexpected. Okay, come on. There, I think that fixed the mic. As if I've done something unexpected, and then she stares at me with indescribable dignity. I back up a bit, being stared at. Her look makes me realize that I've said something really out of place, and it embarrasses me.
ともかく、うちまで運んでくれたのは助かった。それに関しては礼を言う。
I thank her while looking away. It's awkward to thank her in the first place, but it's even more awkward to thank her in this situation. But still, before anything, I have to thank her for helping me.
それはどうも。サーバントがマスターを守護するのは当たり前ですが、感謝をされるのは嬉しい。
いや、別に礼儀正しくなんかないぞ、俺。
So, there's something I need to clarify right now.
話を戻すぞ、セイバー。 いや、改めて聞くけど、お前のことはセイバーって呼んでいいのか？
はい。サーバントとして契約を交わした以上、私はシローの剣です。その命に従い敵を撃ち、あなたを守る。
Saber says so without the slightest hesitation. There's no room for me to question her about it.
俺の剣になるか。それは聖杯戦争とやらに勝つためにか。
シローはそのために私を呼び出したのではないのですか？
違う。俺がお前を呼び出したのはただの偶然だ。セイバーも知ってる通り、俺は半人前の魔術師だからな。セイバーには悪いが、俺にはマスターとしての知識も力もない。けど戦うと決めたからには戦う。未熟なマスターだけど、セイバーはそれでいいのか？
もちろん。私のマスターはあなたです、シロー。これはどうあっても変わらない。サーバントにマスターを選ぶ自由はないのですから。
I see. Then I should try to respond to her to the best of my ability.
分かった。それじゃあ俺はお前のマスターでいいんだな、セイバー。
ええ。ですがシロー、私のマスターに敗北は許さない。あなたに勝算がなければ私が作る。可能である全ての手段を用いて、あなたには聖杯を手に入れてもらいます。私たちサーバントは無償であなたたちマスターに仕えるのではない。私たちも聖杯を欲するがゆえにあなたたちに仕えるのだから。
ちょっと待った。聖杯が欲しいってセイバーもそうなのか？
Ren literally told you this.
もとより霊体である聖杯に触れられるのは同じ霊格を持つサーバントだけです。聖杯戦争に勝利したマスターはサーバントを介して聖杯を手に入れる。その後サーバントは見返りとして望みを叶える。それがサーバントとマスターの関係です、シロー。
I see. Now that she says it, it's obvious something like a heroic spirit would never obey a mere human being. Since they have their own objectives, they serve the master in exchange. Give me a second. In exchange. Then that means Saber has a wish she once granted. That's why Saber has no doubts and declares that she will fight, even with an amateur master like me.
よし。それじゃあもう一つ聞いていいか？マスターっていうのはサーバントを召喚する魔術師のことだよな。それはいいんだけど、セイバーたちのことが俺にはまだよくわからない。セイバーとかランサーとかどうも本名じゃないのはわかるんだが。
ええ。私たちの呼び名は役割ごとにつけられた呼称に過ぎません。私たちサーバントは英霊です。それぞれが自分の生きた時代で名を馳せたか、あるいは人の身に余る偉業を成し遂げた者たち。どのような手段であれ、一個人の力だけで神域まで上り詰めた存在です。
That doesn't even need to be said. Heroic spirits are heroes that have supernatural abilities while they were alive, who are worshipped after their deaths, and are promoted to the ranks of spirits instead of becoming ghosts.
ですが、それは同時に短所でもあります。私たちは英霊であるがゆえに、その弱点を記録に残している。名を明かす、正体を明かすということは、その弱点をさらけ出すことになります。
そうか。英雄ってのは大抵何らかの苦手な相手があるもんな。だからセイバーなんて呼び名で本当の名前を隠しているのか？
はい。もっとも、私がセイバーと呼ばれるのはそのためだけではありません。聖杯に招かれたサーバントは7人いますが、その全てがそれぞれのクラスに応じて選ばれているのです。
クラス？そのセイバーとかアーチャーとか？
そうです。
元より英霊を丸ごと召喚するということ自体が奇跡に近い。それをその解決のため、聖杯はあらかじめ7つの器を用意し、その器に適合する英霊だけを呼び寄せた。それが7つの役割。
Motherfucker!
セイバー、ランサー、アーチャー、ライダー、キャスター、アサシン、バーサーカー。聖杯は役割に該当する能力を持った英霊をあらゆる時代から招き寄せる。そうしてクラスという殻をかぶった者がサーバントと呼ばれるのです。
なるほど。じゃあセイバーは剣に優れた英霊だからセイバーとして呼ばれたってことか。
はい、属性を複数持つ英霊もいますが、こと剣に関しては私の右に出る者はいないと自負しています。もっともそれがセイバーの欠点でもある。私は魔術師ではありませんから、マスターの剣となって敵を撃つことしかできない。
剣棒術数には向かないってことだな。いや、それは欠点じゃないと思うけど、セイバーはあんなに強いんだから。
シロ、戦闘で強いだけではこの戦いは勝ち抜けません。例えばの話ですが、敵が自身より白兵戦で優れている場合、あなたならどうしますか？
いや、そうだな。正面から戦っても勝てないって分かってるなら、戦わずに何とかするしかな。
Having said that much, I understand. If the enemies are strong, you wouldn't fight a proper battle. Beating opponents with your sword isn't the only way to fight. If you can beat an enemy with your sword, all you have to do is beat them some other way. Or if you can't beat an enemy with your sword, all you have to do is beat them some other way.
そういうことです。白兵戦で優れていると相手に知られた場合、相手はまず白兵戦など仕掛けてこないでしょう。そういった意味で言うと、能力に劣ったサーバントはあらゆる手を尽くしてくる。アサシンのサーバントは能力こそ低いですが、気配を隠すという能力がありますし、キャスターのサーバントはこの時代にはない魔術に精通している。単純な戦力差だけで楽観はできません。加えて私たちには宝具がある。どのようなサーバントであれ、英霊である以上は必殺の機会を持っているのです。
宝具？
That's not a term I've ever heard. I think I might know what it means from the sound of it, though.
宝具とはサーバントが持つ特別な武具のことです。ランサーの槍やアーチャーの弓、それに私の剣などが該当します。英雄とはそれ単体で英雄とは呼ばれません。彼らはシンボルとなる武具を持つがゆえにヒーローとして特化している。英雄とその武装は一つなのです。ゆえに英霊となった者たちはそれぞれが強力な武具を携えています。それが宝具、サーバントたちの切り札であり、私たちが最も警戒すべきものです。
Saber says that noble phantasms are weapons that heroes wield when they wielded when they are alive. Were alive. Blah, wow, man, I'm fucking up. I recall that blue knight, the lance that absorbed magical energy from the air and pierced Saber's chest with incredible movements. That was certainly not something fit for humans. That lance itself carried a strong curse, but I also felt a strange amount of magical energy in the world Lancers... what? That lance itself carried a strong curse, but I also felt a strange amount of magical energy in the word Lancer said back then. I kept reading that as world. Then could it be...
セイバー、宝具ってのは魔術なのか？確かに ランサーの槍は曰くありげな槍だったけど、それ自体は槍っていう領域から出てなかっただろ。けどあいつの言葉であの槍は武器の領域から逸脱した。それって魔術の類じゃないのか。
ええ、確かに宝具は魔術に近い。例えばランサーの槍です。彼の槍はそれ自体が宝具ではありますが、その進化を発揮するのは魔力を注ぎ込み、その神明を口にした時だけです。宝具とはある意味形になった神秘ですから。魔術の発現に栄唱が必要なように、宝具の発動にも栄唱、神明による覚醒が必要になる。ですがこれにも危険はあります。宝具の神明を口にすれば、そのサーバントの正体が分かってしまう。
そっか、英雄と武器はセットだもんな。持ってる武器の名前が分かれば、おのずと持ち主の正体も知れる。
Well, unless that weapon has multiple honors. Oh, that is why the Noble Phantasm is a trump card. In exchange for revealing the name, it launches an unavoidable fatal blow. But when it does not provide fatal, the servant will expose all its
それ
weaknesses.
じゃあセイバー、お前の宝具はあの見えない剣なのか。
そうですね。ですがあれはまだ正体を明かしていません。今の状態で私の神明を知るサーバントはいないでしょう。
Saying that, Saber looks down awkwardly for a second.
シロ、その件についてお願いがあります。
お願いってどんな。
私の神明のことです。本来サーバントはマスターにのみ神明を明かし、今後の対策を練ります。
Names to the master only to determine future plans.
ですがシローは魔術師として未熟です。優れた魔術師ならばシローの思考を読むことも可能でしょう。
ああ、名前は明かせないってことか。そうだな、確かにその通りだ。催眠とか暗示とかいないとは思うけど、他のマスターにマガン持ちがいたらベラベラ秘密を喋りかねないし。よし、そうしよう。セイバーの宝具の使いどころはセイバー自身の判断に任せる。
その本当にそんなにあっさりと。
あっさりじゃないぞ。ちゃんと考えて納得したんだ。考えた末の合意だから気にすんな。
Well, I get most of this stuff, but I still don't have a grasp of the
なあセイ
situation.
バー、マスターやサーバントってなんか目印はないのか。このままじゃど。
いいえ、残念ながら明確な判別方法はありません。ただ近くにいるのならサーバントはサーバントの気配を察知できます。それが実体化しているのならなおさらです。さあ、シローもバーサーカーの気配は感じ取れたでしょ。
それはそうだけどな。襲われて初めてわかるなんていうのはまずいだろう。せめて近づかれる前に気づかないと対応できない。
ではマスターの気配をたどるのはどうですか。マスターとて魔術師です。魔術を生りとする以上魔力は必ず漏れています。それを探ればこの町にいるマスターは特定できるのでは。
悪い、あいにくそんな器用な真似はできない。
After all, I didn't even realize the real identity of Tosaka, who goes to the same school as I do. We were in the same building for 2 years, and on top of that, I've seen her several times.
参ったな。これじゃ確かに半人前ってバカにされるわけだ。マスターとしての証も令嬢だけだし、前途はたまんか。
I sigh. And then...
シロ、少し目を閉じてもらえますか。
Saber speaks with a serious face.
目を閉じるってなんで？
あなたがマスターだと証明するためです。いいですから目を閉じて呼吸を整えてください。
I close my eyes. I feel something's slightly touching my forehead. Hey, it's prickling. Could this be the end of her sword?
セイバー、ちょっと待って。なんか変なことしてないか、お前。
マスター、黙って私の指先に意識を集中してください。あなたも魔術師ならそれでこちらの魔力を感じ取れるでしょう。
I see. So it's Saber's finger that's touching me. I pull myself together and calm down. Then, what's this?
セイバー、今のなんだ？
なんだではありません。あなたと私は契約によってつながっているのですから、私の状態は把握できて当然です。
把握って今のが？
どのような形で把握したのかは知りません。サーバントの能力を測るのはあくまで指導が見る基準です。単純に色で識別するマスターもいれば、獣に例えて見分けるマスターもいます。つまり個人差はあれど本人にとって最も判別しやすい捉え方をするということです。これはマスターとしての基本ですから、今後は頻繁に確かめてください。私と同様、一度見た相手ならばその詳細が理解できているはずですから。
I see. I was a bit surprised since it was so sudden, but I might be able to act a bit like a master now. Hey, let's go. Unidentified axe sword. A sword of rock that Berserker uses. It is part of the foundation of a temple. It is part of the foundation of a temple Eisburn prepared, and itself was a catalyst used to summon Berserker. Heracles was skilled in archery, but since he has gone berserk, he has lost his former weapons and skills. Fast skills. Weapon status, history, yeah. There we go. Saber, master, Imiyashiro, sex, female, height and weight, 157 centimeters, 42 kilograms, alignment, lawful good, magic resistance A, cancels any magic A rank or below, and practice, no magi today are able to hurt Saber. She has a magic rank B, a luck rank B, an NP rank, noble phantasm rank of C, agility C, constitution C, strength B. Riding B, able to ride things. She can ride most vehicles with above average skill, but she cannot ride those of demonic beasts or an holy beast rank. Right. Details? None. Skills. Instinct A, the ability to always feel the best course for oneself during combat. This heightened sixth sense is now close to precognition. It reduces by half any obstacles to vision and hearing. Skills. Energy Burst A. This transfers magical energy into one's weapon and body, and by releasing the magical energy instantaneously, it increases one's ability. Simply said, it is like magical energy jet propulsion. Saber uses this magical energy for her sword, techniques, guarding, and movement. Because of her great magical energy capacity, she can fight Berserker even though she's a girl of small size. A normal weapon without strong divine protection will not be able to endure her magical energy field attack and will be destroyed in one blow. Noble Phantasm. Boundary Field of the Wind King. An invisible sword. It does not allow the enemy to determine its range. It is simple, but tremendously effective in hand-to-hand combat. It is a noble phantasm protected by string magic, but it does not mean that the sword itself is invisible. The blade is clad in wind that changes the refraction of light and makes the shape of the sword invisible. rank C, type anti-personnel, normal phantasm, range 1 to 2, max target 1 object. Invisible air. Then invisible air, oh, it's the same stuff, but it is not a vacuum, but the wind whirring around the blade is like a weapon, and it seems to increase the damage of the slash. Only when the compressed wind is released is a vacuum state created. When the target has resistance to visual impairments, the accuracy correction of the invisible air is ineffective. Other than the advantage of making the blade invisible, it is possible to release the compressed wind, making it a single-use projectile weapon. The damage of such an attack is consistent, and saber strength or magical energies does not affect it. Alright, Lancer. Abilities. Lancer. Master unknown. True name, Ku Klane. Sex male. Height and weight, 185 centimeters, 70 kilograms. Alignment, lawful neutral. Strength rank B. Constitution rank C. Agility rank A. Magic rank C. Luck rank E. Noble Phantasm rank B. Magic resistance C. Nullifies all magic that requires less than 2 verses. Cannot block large-scale magic, such as great magic and ritual magic. Blah. Details. Ku Klane, the great hero of Ireland. Half-god, half-human hero born of the light god La and Trekir, the sister of King Consort of Usler, who appears in the legends of Ulster. His childhood name was Sintanta. God, this is like really low quality. I can barely see the letters. Sintanta, and was prophesied from a young age that this child will live as a hero. Ku Klane means Hound of Culane. The name comes from an oath Sintana made when he was a child, when he mistakenly killed a guard dog of a wealthy merchant named Culane. He promised, "If this dog has a child, I will raise it as strong and as faithfully as this guard dog. Until that time, I shall guard you myself." His nickname of Ku Klane proves not only Sintana's strength for killing the famous savage dog of Culane unarmed, but also the character of Sintana that thought of the owner of the lost dog even as a child. Ugh. Ku Klane grew up to be a strong man and went into an evil land called the County of Shadows to satisfy the requests of, to marry a particular woman. Ku Klane overcame many difficulties and reached the County of Shadows. He was country of Shadows. He was well liked by the ruler of that country, the witch Scathach, and he trained under. He was well liked. Oh, that's the country. He's the ruler, and trained liked by the ruler of that country. Yeah, and trained under her and learned many sorceries and techniques. He obtained the cursed lance Gay Bolg that later became the symbol of Ku Klane, and he left the Country of Shadows. In the legend, it is said that Ku Klane was brave, compassionate, and a likable young man. Ku Klane mercilessly killed his enemies in the battlefield, but he respected faith and was noble enough to never break a promise once made. Celtic warriors had a custom of making an oath called a geas, and those warriors who broke this geas were cursed. Ku Klane, like his nickname, had a geas that said he must never eat a dog, and he faithfully tried not to break that promise. That geas later became the cause of his death. During a battle with an opposing country to protect his weaker country of Ulsar, Ku Klane made several geas, accepting even his own ruin in exchange for forcing the opposing army to make Geasa unfavorable to them. Some of the famous Geasa Ku Klane made were fighting just one warrior day, promising his rival Queen Maeve, fighting just one warrior day, promised with his rival Queen Maeve, and one win, one loss, promised with his old friend Fergus. Ku Klane's brilliant war record can be summarized into the battle against the neighboring country of Connaught. Ugh. The war between the two started when Connaught's Queen Maeve irrationally invaded to steal Ulsar's golden bowl, Dawn, just to beat her husband in a bowl comparison contest. Cuchulainn supported the weaker Ulsar army against the Connaught force, an allied army of three countries for supported the weaker an allied army of three countries for a length of 7 years and finally succeeded in making them retreat. At that time, Cuchulainn captured the main culprit of the war, Maeve, but he released her, saying that he could not kill a woman, and reconciliation was reached between Ulsar and Connaught. But Queen Maeve perceived her release as the greatest insult and began a personal revenge quest against Cuchulainn. After numerous schemes, Cuchulainn was forced to break his geasa one by one, and as a result lost all his powers and was at last stabbed in the side with a lance. The proud Cuchulainn would not allow himself to die lying down, and tied himself up to a post. On the verge of death he saw an otter drinking the blood that had spilt into the river, and as he laughed at his greediness, died standing. A thrilling great man, Cuchulainn had the protection of the goddess Morgan, who governed death and destruction. But the story isn't that simple. At first, Cuchulainn declined the goddess's protection. So insulted, Morgan transformed into many animals and went after his life. But Cuchulainn was able to repel off every attack and actually treated the wounded Morgan. Morgan admired that nobility from the bottom of her heart and decided to support him without his knowledge. So as not to destroy Cuchulainn's pride, she did not help him when he was in his greatest perils, but merely observed the way of a hero. Jesus, that is a lot to read. Skills. Okay, battle continuation. Does not give up easily. It allows for battle even on the verge of death, and allows the user to stay alive until they have received a clearly fatal blow. Restart C. The ability to escape battle. It can also return an unfavorable battle to the beginning, turn 1, and restore the conditions and techniques to their initial states. Divinity B. Strength of one's godlike nature and more godlike blood possessed, the higher the stat becomes. Noble Phantasm. Gay Bulg. Piercing lance of death thorns. Rank B, Anti-Personnel Noble Phantasm, range 2 to 4, max target 1 person. A cursed lance that will always pierce the opponent's heart once it is thrust. A surely fatal strike from the cursed lance, Gay Bulg. Its true nature is the reversal of cause and effect, where the cause of the lance thrust comes from the effect of the lance piercing the opponent's heart. As the lance has pierced the heart even before it is thrust, it is impossible to dodge or block it once the result has been determined. To dodge Gay Bulg, one does not need a high agility, but instead the ability to change its fate before Gay Bulg is executed. Luck is most important. It is the most efficient Noble Phantasm, as it requires little magical energy to activate, and each activation is a sure kill. Just 1 second. B luck, and I think... Does she have a skill? Instinct. I guess Instinct is the only one that really works. Anyway. Archer. Master Toscarin, true name unknown, sex male, height 187 centimeters, weight 78 kilograms, alignment neutral. Magic resistance D, nullifies single action magic. Magic resistance equivalent to a warding amulet. Independent action B, ability that allows independent movement even after the master's magical energy supply is cut off. With B rank, it is possible for a servant to stay in this world for 2 days after losing its master. Strength rank D, Constitution rank C, Agility rank C, Magic rank B, Luck rank E, Noble Phantasm, unknown rank. Details, unknown. Skills, unknown. Noble Phantasm, unknown. Rider, unknown, 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 unknown. Caster, unknown, 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 unknown. Assassin, unknown, 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 unknown. And then finally, Berserker. Master, Eliastville von Einsburn. True name, Heracles. Sex, male. Height, 250 centimeters. Weight, 311 kilograms. Strength rank, A+. Alignment, Chaotic Insane. Strength rank, A+. Constitution rank, A. Agility rank, A. Magic rank, A. Luck rank, B. Noble Phantasm rank, A. Madness, B. All parameters are increased, but sanity is lost. Details. Heracles. The greatest hero in Greek mythology. He was a half-god, half-human hero born from Zeus, the king of the gods, and a human woman. Although Heracles had superior talent in all things, there were big problems with his personality. As a child, he beat his harp teacher to death over a small matter, and after that he had to live as a shepherd to calm his temper. Thus he became a splendid man, and after he accomplished several great deeds, the king of Thebes gave him his daughter Megara, and he earned two children and the right to succeed the king. Heracles was young and strong, and already no human was a match for him. The future seemed bright for him as he married the king's daughter and had two children. But Zeus's wife Hera detested the children born of Zeus and a human, and meddled with his fate at every opportunity. First, Hera sent madness to Heracles and drove him insane, making him kill Megara and his two children. Heracles, troubled by the sins he had committed, received a sign that he should atone for his sin by becoming a slave of Ereuthus, the man who took away his promised position as king. Ereuthus was jealous of the strong hero Heracles and gave him many difficult tasks and claimed the world he would keep him as a slave until he completed these tasks. These were many difficult labors that were impossible to complete with normal human skills. They were the famous 12 labors of Heracles. The number of labors chosen by the gods was 10, but since Ereuthus did not accept the fulfillment of 2 of those, he added 2 more labors. But Heracles safely completed even those tasks, and not only was he freed from slavery, but also received an immortal body as proof of his great accomplishments. The greatest hero in Greece, this was the beginning of the greatest hero Hercules, who single-handedly achieved great deeds equaling those of the Trojan War and the Argo expedition. But the rest of Heracles' life was again full of madness. Hera's hatred was endless, and Heracles, who should have been immortal, was killed by poison by one of his wives. The great hero, equally matched with the sun god, even as a human, was in the end slowly killed by the persistent jealousy of a goddess. At the point of his death, Heracles burned his body, still contaminated with poison, and entrusted himself to Zeus's judgment. It is said that the gods in conference approved of Heracles' great deeds and prepared a seat in Olympus after his death, and worshipped him as a god. Heracles went insane many times in the myth, but he really was an excellent warrior who could handle any weapon. He has the attributes to become any of the 7 classes except Caster. The greatest noble phantasm in his possession is a bow and arrow he obtained from the 12 labors called Shooting 100 Beasts, 9 Lives. Anyway, just that name. Battle Continuation A. The ability to stay alive. It allows for battle even on the verge of death, and allows the user to stay alive until they receive a clearly fatal blow. Mind's Eye, Fake. B. Avoidance of danger by sixth sense slash instinct. Why is it fake? Whatever. Bravery A+. Ability to ignore any mental interference such as coercion, confusion, or illusion. It also has the effect of increasing damage when fighting unarmed, but since he has gone mad through his class ability, he cannot use this skill. Divinity A. Strength of one's god-like nature. The more god-like blood possessed, the higher the stat becomes. As the son of Zeus, the leader of the gods, and having been accepted as one of the gods after his death, the divinity of Heracles can be said to be of the highest class. Noble Phantasm. Immortality gained from blessing curse of the gods. The body becomes strong armor. Nullifies any attack rank B or below. Rank B, anti-personnel, Noble Phantasm, range. Not applicable, maybe? I'm not sure. Max target, 1 person. Alright. Fuck, how long did that take? Also, just wondering. Because we did see Gable, so whatever. Status, weapon, history is that, and then okay. Yeah. I see. I was a bit surprised since it was so sudden, but I might be able to act a bit like a master now.
Master, 簡略しましたが、私にできる説明は以上です。
ああ、駆け足だけど合点がいった。すまなかったな、セイバー。
すまなかったではありません。状況が分かったのなら、これからどうするかを決めるべきではないですか。
She asks me, leaning forward. I see. Saber's the same type as Tosaka. Attack first.
どうするも何も別段変わったことはしないぞ。トサカみたいに自分から他のマスターを倒しに行くなんて気はないからな。
シロ、それでは話が違う。あなたはマスターとして聖杯を手に入れる気がないのですか。
Saber narrows her eyes. They are the calm eyes of a swordsman who allows no disagreement. I stare back, trying not to lose and clearly tell her my intentions.
ある。けど、それは悪いやつに渡らないようにしたいからだ。俺には自分から聖杯が欲しいっていう理由はない。けど、それは戦わないって意味じゃないぞ。見習いだけど、俺は魔術師だ。自分が後戻りできない場所にいることぐらい理解してる。
では、魔術師として避けられない戦い。つまり聖杯を手に入れるためではなく、聖杯による争いを防ぐために戦うというのですか、あなたは。
まあ、そういうことになるのか。そうだな。きっとそういうことだ。うまく言葉にできないけど、そういう戦いになら価値があるだろう。
That's right. I don't feel anything towards the Holy Grail. But for a reason like that, I think I can fight with all my power and with pride.
わからない。シロは魔術師だという。ならば万能である聖杯を欲するはずです。自分では叶えられない望みがあるからこそ、魔術師は魔術を極めるのではないのですか。
何言ってるんだ。叶えられない望みなんて持ってないぞ。俺、やらなくちゃいけないことは山ほどあるけどな。
That's right. So for now, I should try my hardest not to involve any unnecessary people.
それではシロは聖杯がいらないというのですか。聖杯のためには戦わないと。
そうは言ってないだろう。戦うからには聖杯は手に入れるつもりだぞ。
それこそ矛盾している。あなたには必要がないものをなぜ戦ってまで欲するというのです。
Well, because when he means obtaining the Holy Grail, and most of
セイバー
all,
には必要なんだろ。なら必ず手に入れなくちゃ。なあ、他のマスターがどんなやつかは知らない。もしかすると中にはすごくいいやつだっているかもしれない。けど 俺はセイバーの味方をするって決めたんだ。そのセイバーが聖杯を手に入れたいって言うなら最大限手を貸すのは当たり前だろう。その親父の受け売りなんだけどな。正義の味方になるんだったらエゴイストになれって。誰にも彼にも味方なんてしてたら意味がないんだから、自分が信用できる自分が好きな相手だけの味方をしなくちゃダメだって。今までそうは思えなかったけど、今はそう考えるべきだと思う。俺は自分のために戦うなんてのはできないけど、セイバーのために戦うんならそれがいい。
And to be honest, if this girl seriously yearns for it, it's only natural to want to obtain it for her. Well, I'm a guy, you know.
では私が聖杯を諦めれば戦わないというのですか、あなたは。
That's a problem. If Saber says that, all my premises will crumble.
それでも同じだ。一度戦うと言ったんだ。だから逃げない。これは絶対だぞ、セイバー。
I declare this, looking her in the eye. Saber does not answer immediately, but looks up at me after letting out a deep breath.
わかりました。マスターであるあなたがそう言うのなら、私は従うだけです。私の目的は聖杯であり、あなたの目的が争いの調停であっても、行き着く場所は同じですから。
An alliance of convenience is still an alliance.
ですが、シロ。
Saber stops, with eyes that seem to be gazing upon something far away.
私にはうまく言えないのですが、それではシロは後悔する。きっと後悔することになる。
I don't really think he will. She says those words. Oh, shit. We skipped breakfast and it's noon already, so we decide to eat lunch. Boat status and weapon got updated. I have a feeling, though, that that was what we already saw in, what's it, before. I'm gonna double check, but pretty sure it's all gonna be the same thing. Agony. Okay. Archer. Details. Skews. Noble Phantasm. Rider. Caster. Assassin. Berserker. Alright. Details. The dials. Skills. Okay, yeah, it was 100% just that we had them, but updated after, and then... Okay. So it'll just tell us when... Oh, save... Here. Load. Here, I might run them at the same time, I'm thinking. Because this is way easier than, or well, way more comprehensive than us running both of, like, the failure condition, which you have to do a lot for, and the success condition at the same time, like, one after another. It's just easier if we run them at the same time, so I'm going to do that. Alright, let's collaborate. Stop. Collaborate and listen. There's no choice from the start. There are too many things I don't know, and I'm unskilled as a magus. Even if it's temporary, if Tosaka is going to give me a hand, I don't think there's any better option.
わかった。その話に乗るよ、トサカ。正直、そうしてもらえればすごく助かる。
決まりね。それじゃあ握手しましょう。とりあえずバーサーカーを倒すまでは味方同士ってことで。
そっか。やっぱりそういうことだよな。仕方ないけど、その方がわかりやすいか。
I shake her hand. I'm a bit perplexed. The instant I feel Tosaka's soft hand, I realize she is a girl. In comparison, my hand, covered in scratches from messing around with stuff, is ill-suited. The instant I think so, I pull back, embarrassed.
何どうしたの？やっぱり私と協力するのは嫌？
いや、そんなんじゃない。遠坂と協力し合えるのは助かる。今のはそんなんじゃないから気にするな。
After making a puzzled face,
はは
she makes a malicious expression.
なんだよ。つまんないこと言ったら契約破棄するからな。するぞ。絶対するからな。
あなた、女の子の手を握るの初めてだったんでしょ。なんだ、顔が広いように見えて白ってば奥手なんだ。
違う、そんなんじゃなくて、ただ。
I'm just embarrassed because it was Tosaka, but I could never say such a thing, and certainly I've never touched a girl so strongly before. Well, Fujine is an exception. She's more like someone from a different planet than from a different sex. Wasn't there something weird in what she just said?
聞いてた通り、ほんと顔に出るのね。まあ、今のは追求しないであげましょう。変につっついて意地を張られても困るし。
Doesn't seem like she said anything weird.
じゃあ、まずは手付金。これあげるから協力な証と思って。
Tosaka puts a book on the table. It looks just like a diary. There's no title, and it is wine red. The color seems to suit Tosaka.
私の父さんの持ち物だけど、もういらないからあげる。一人前のマスターには必要ないものだけど、あなたには必要だと思って。
Tosaka's eyes tell me to take a look at it.
じゃあちょっと失礼
To
して。
take a look. I open it to a random page. Then there's nothing written in the book, but a strange image pops into my head.
遠坂、なんだよこれ。
各サーバントの能力表よ。聖杯戦争には決められたルールがあるのはもう分かってるでしょ。それはサーバントにもあって、
Ah, fuck.
まず呼び出される英霊は7人だけ。その7人も聖杯があらかじめ作っておいたクラスになることで召喚が可能となる。英霊そのものを引っ張ってくるより、その英霊に近い役割を作っておいて、そこに本体を呼び出すっていうやり方ね。
I didn't know that the difference between the routes was that in one of them Rina explained and one of them Saber explained. So that's interesting.
口寄せとか高齢術は呼び出した霊を術者の中に入れて何らかの助言をさせるでしょ。それと同じ。時代の違う霊を呼び出すにはあらかじめ箱を用意しておいた方がいいのよ。
クラス。ああ、それでセイバーはセイバーなのか。
そういうこと。英霊たちは正体を隠すものだって言ったでしょ。だから本名は絶対口にしない。自然、彼らを表す名称は呼び出されたクラス名になる。で、その用意されたクラスはセイバー、ランサー、アーチャー、ライダー、キャスター、アサシン、バーサーカーの7つ。聖杯戦争のたびに1つや2つはクラスの変更はあるみたいだけど、今回は基本的なラインナップね。
I didn't know that.
通説によると最も優れたサーバントはセイバーだとか。
Just changing one or two classes every whole war, but we have a basic lineup this time. Ah. I didn't know they could get odd classes. That's interesting. I mean, I knew in later games they talked about odd classes. I mean, Grand Order is all about them, but I didn't know that was just a basic thing from the original visual novel. All right. Standard options. The Saber is the best. Opinion's the standard opinion. Okay, but no, Caster is the best. At least an extra. Jokes aside, Caster is legit, like, from what I understand, in that game, Saber is definitely the best, like, throughout, in that she's consistently good, but Caster is, like, that one type of, thing where it starts out slow and gets better. Well, I suppose that would still be the case in this as well. Caster, just in general, is a slow burn kind of class, from what I understand. I'm more partial to Caster because of that, to be honest. Just like in general, the entire class. But, yeah,
これらのクラスはそれぞれ特徴があるんだけど、サーバント自体の能力は呼び出された英霊の核によって変わるから注意して。
英霊の核？つまり生前どれくらい強かったかってことか。
それもあるけど、彼らの能力を支えるのは知名度よ。生前何をしたか、どんな武器を持っていたかってのは不変のものだけど、彼らの基本能力はその時代でどのくらい有名なのかで変わってくるわ。英霊は神様みたいなものだから、人間に崇められるほど強さが増すの。存在が濃くなるとでも言うのかしらね。信仰を失った神霊が精霊に落ちるのと一緒で、人々に忘れ去られた英雄にはそう大きな力はない。
It's not necessarily true.
もっとも忘れられていようが知られていなかろうが、元が強力な英雄だったらある程度の能力は維持できると思うけど。
Because of that. No joke. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of heroes that just no one has ever heard of in the series, and it's just like, oh yeah, no, but they were like super overpowered in their storyline, so we're making them overpowered, even though fuck all of anyone has ever heard of them. Or they're a Nasu invention, such as a character from Extra that I will not like go into too many details about. But yeah, she's from the Nasuverse, so her being super powerful is just because that's what she is. No one should really know about her. Anyway, forgotten or unknown. Powers to some extent.
じゃあ多くの人が知っている英雄で、かつその武勇伝も並外れていたら。
間違いなく A ランクのサーバントでしょうね。
So Heracles.
そういった意味でもバーサーカーは最強かもしれない。何しろギリシャ神話における最も有名な英雄だもの。
Oh, actually, you know what? We have a fucking amazing example in this game of a character who, or well, a servant that is both unknown and not particularly strong, but is fucking powerful as hell. We'll get to him later. Eventually. Okay, Berserker. You know what? Actually, that fits with Kukulane as well, so never mind. Because his entire thing was he had... Well, you know what? He was a bit divine, wasn't he? And you know what? The other guy also has, like, a lot of stuff going for him. I mean... I don't know. Like... I guess I'm comparing someone who's like, oh, this person is the fucking god of martial arts, or, well, I guess not martial arts, but swords, and he's like the best swordsman, except the even better swordsman killed him. I'm insulting him, but like for a masterclass swordsman, I don't know. They made him really strong, but he's also relatively, well, you know what? He's probably not relatively unknown in Japan, so never mind. Anyway, I'm just going off on tangents. Famous hero in Greek mythology.
近代の英雄たちはそれだけで特殊な宝具を持っているっていうのに、英雄自体が強いんじゃ手の打ちようがない。
トサカ、その宝具ってなんだ？
I will say being known probably does boost them more though. But being unknown I don't think is too much of a detriment in most cases. Oh.
そのサーバントが生前使っていたシンボル、英雄と魔剣聖剣の類はセットでしょ。要するに彼らの武装のことよ。
武器ってセイバーの見えない剣とか？
まあね、あれがどんな曰くを持っているか知らないけど、セイバーのあれは間違いなく宝具でしょ。言うまでもないと思うけど、英雄ってのは人名だけじゃ伝説には残れない。彼らにはそれぞれトレードマークとなった武器がある。
Well, not necessarily.
それが奇跡を願う人々の思いの結晶、ノーブルファンタズムとされる最上級の武装なわけ。
要するに強力なマジックアイテムってことか？
そうそう、ぶっちゃけた話、英霊だけでは強力な魔術、神秘には太刀打ちできないわ。けれどそこに宝具が絡んでくると話は別よ。宝具を操る英霊は数段格上の精霊さえ打ち滅ぼす。
Sorry, I was thank you there for a second. There's definitely World War II servants. I just remembered. Actually, no, she'd be World War I. Never mind.
何しろ伝説上に現れる聖剣、魔剣はほとんど魔法の域に近いんだもの。
It's because most holy and demonic swords appearing in legends are close to the level of sorcery.
最強の幻想種である竜を殺す剣だの、万里をかける靴だの、果ては神殺しの魔剣まで。ともかくこれで無敵じゃないはずがないっていうぐらい英霊たちが持つ武装は桁が違う。サーバントの戦いはこの宝具のぶつかり合いにあると言っても過言じゃないわ。
つまり英霊であるサーバントは必ず一つその宝具を持ってるってことだな。
ええ、原則として一人の英霊が持てるのは一つの宝具だけとされるわ。大抵は剣とか槍ね。ほら中国に破山剣ってあるじゃない。一振りしかできないけどその一振りで山をも立つっていう魔術品、それと似たようなものだと思う。
I'm laughing because only one noble phantasm, but come to think of it, I mean, it's not entirely wrong either. It's just not true. Well, she says in general. So yeah, general rule. You know what? Yeah, that's fair.
もっとも宝具はその神明を呪文にして発動する奇跡だから、そうおいそれと使えるものじゃないんだけど。
武器の名前を口にするだけで発動するんだろ？なんだってそれでおいそれと使えないなんてことになるんだ？
あのね、武器の名前を言えばそのサーバントがどこの英雄か分かっちゃうじゃない。英雄と魔剣はセットなんだから、武器の名前が分かれば持ち主の名前もおのずと知れてしまう。そうなったら長所も短所も丸分かりでしょ。
なるほど。そりゃ確かに。
Saber didn't work out Lancer's identity. Saber did work out Lancer's identity after he used his noble phantasm. Something like being Ireland's child of light. Give me 1 second. Okay. So, if I summarize this, servants are separated into classes, each of them a heroic spirit suited to their class. These heroic spirits hide their identity, and their weapons are their greatest trump card, but they cannot readily use them since they reveal their identity.
以上でサーバントについての講義は終わり。詳しいことはその方を見ればわかるから、一息ついたら目を通しなさい。慣れてくればその本がなくても直感でサーバントを判断できるようになるから。
Saying that, Tosuka stands up.
さて、それじゃあ私は戻るけど。
まあ、お疲れ様。
I look up at Tosuka, who's about to leave.
協力関係になったからって間違わないでね。私とあなたはいずれ戦う関係にある。最後の日になって他のマスターたちが倒れているにしろ、全員健在であるにしろ、これだけだから私を人間と見ない方が楽よ、エミヤ君。
Clearly stating our position, Tosuka goes home. Is it because... oh. Save. Save over that. Okay. And just curious. These should all be the same. But I also should do this just so I can have that done as well, so I know when I do get new ones. Annoyingly. Yeah, I have to do it on every fucking one of these, don't I? That's annoying. Okay. Abilities. Lancer. Sorry, this is gonna take a minute. But this way, as we go through, we can see what is actually new and not get stuck up on... well, just in case, but I'm pretty sure. Okay. That one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Details, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm sure we already have that, so... okay, cool. Now I save. Because, yeah. Okay. Alright, load here. Wait. Cancel. Back. Oh, wait. Load. 1. Yeah, alright, load. Okay. We've skipped breakfast and it's noon already, so we decide to eat lunch. Saber can't turn into a spirit like Archer, and I'm not sending her magical energy like all the other masters are doing. It doesn't need to be said that this is because I'm an unskilled master. It seems she can sleep to stop consuming magical energy, but doing so doesn't replenish it. So food will be her only source of energy. I'm in charge of cooking, so I can't be lazy about it.
それじゃあセイバーの魔力は回復しないんだから戦っていけばいくほど弱っていくのか
I ask her after cleaning up our meal.
全く回復しないというわけではありません。魔力というものは活動しているうちは絶え間なく生成されるものです。自然からの供給がないサーバントでも自身の魔術回路だけで少なからず魔力を補充することはできます。
なんだなら問題はないんじゃないのか。
さてどう説明したものか。そうです、今蛇口から水滴がこぼれていますね。それが私自身の魔力生成量だと思ってください。そしてその水滴を受け止めているグラスが私自身です。今の状態なら少しずつではありますが、水は私に溜まっていきます。さてこのこぼれている水ですが、これはグラスが重ければ重いほど蛇口の線が開かれていくのです。私はグラスに水が入っている限り蛇口から水を出し続けます。けれどグラスの水がなくなった時、つまりグラスに溜まった魔力を使い切った時、蛇口は完全。そうなれば水の供給はなくなり、グラスはずっと乾いたままでしょう。それがサーバントにとっての消滅です。肉体を維持できぬほどの傷を負うか、自身を保つほどの魔力を維持できなくなるか。
けどグラスに一滴でも水が残っていればいいんだろう。少しでもグラスに魔力重さがあれば蛇口の線は開いてるんだから、時間が経てばまたグラスに水は溜まる。
そうですね。ですがこのグラスに溜まった水は常に失われていくのです。 水はこうしている間にも使われていますし、戦闘となればその消費量はさらに勢いを増す。逆に言えば強力な行動ほど水を多く消費するのです。私の宝具を使用するのならば、グラスに水が満ちていようと一瞬で空になる危険もある。
This is getting complicated now. To sum it up, as I, her faucet, am not giving her magical energy, she can only restore magical energy at a slow pace, the rate being just that of dripping water. Therefore, she should end battles as quickly as she can and sleep right after that to stop consuming any unnecessary magical energy.
それじゃあ宝具を使うなんてのはとんでもない贅沢ってことか。
そうですね。ですが使えないということはありません。威力を抑えれば一度ぐらいは可能でしょう。
何言ってんだ。そんなことさせられるか。セイバー、宝具を使うのは禁止だぞ。そんなんで死なれたりしたらどう謝っていいかわからない。
I place the tea in front of Saber. She frowns and reaches for the tea. Then, the phone rings.
日曜日、この時間にうちにかかってくる電話。
I have all too good an idea as to who it may be, but I'm scared by the consequences of ignoring the
は
call.
い、もしもし、エミヤですけど。
I feel dizzy. She's the strongest in one regard. She simply discards all the chaotic events that happened since last night, and I feel like it's just a normal day.
なんだよ。断っておくけど、俺は暇じゃないぞ、藤根。
何よ。私だって暇じゃないわよ。今日も京都でお休み返上して教え子の面倒を見てるんだから。
It sure is strange. I feel like Fujine is right in front of me, puffing with pride.
そうか。なら世間話をしている場合じゃないな。こっちには火事も泥棒もサーカスも来てないから、安心して部活動に励んでくれ。
I tried to cut off our conversation.
恥をしのいでお姉ちゃんが電話してるっていうのに、要件も聞かずに切ったら大変なんだから。
I've been in trouble since last night, but it wouldn't do any good to tell her that. Well, I guess she's in a little trouble right now, too.
はいよ。んで、要件は何？
シロ、私お弁当が食べたいな。シロが作った甘々の卵焼きとかどうなのよ。以上、注文終わり。至急弓道部まで届けられたし、勝ち。
Jeez, what's up with that teacher?
たく、しょうがねえよな。猛獣ってハーヘルと暴れるっていうし。
I put on the apron I just took off. Well, we have leftovers from lunch, and the omelet will be easy to make.
よし、できた。セイバー、ちょっと留守番頼む。すぐに戻ってくるから待っててくれ。
I carry Fujine's boxed lunch and go out into the hallway. Saber follows me for some reason. I put on my shoes. When I look next to me, Saber is there, putting her shoes on, putting her own shoes on.
セイバ
I call out to her timidly. Well, I know she's going to stay. Well, I know what she's going to say, but I have to ask her.
ー、その、なんだろう。
外出するのなら同伴します。サーバントはマスターを守るものですから。シロを一人で外を歩かせるなど危険です。
I thought so. Well, this is something I have to tell her eventually. This is a good time, so I'll tell her now.
セイバー、マスターってのは人目につくことを避けるんだろ。 なら昼間は安全だよ。人気のない場所に行かない限りあっちから仕掛けてくることはない。
それは承知しています。ですが万が一ということもある。シロはまだ未熟ですから四六時中共にいなければならないでしょう。
Does she mean she'll be with me all the time?
バカ、そんなことできるわけないだろう。大体な、ずっと一緒にいるって、それじゃ寝るときはどうするんだよ。
シロは私を試しているのですか。睡眠中など最も警護すべき対象です。当然。
I hide my blushing face and take a huge breath to calm myself down. Damn, how stupid of me. I finally realized this important fact. This is what it means to fight alongside her.
シロ、どうしたのです。そこまで驚くことはないでしょう。昨夜リンが行ったことを私がするだけの話ではないですか。
Don't kid me. I'll go crazy before I even fight if you do that.
ダメだそんなの。セイバーにはちゃんと部屋を用意するから、そこを使ってくれ。
Ugh. I won't give in even if you look at me like that.
シロ、いい加減にしてほしい。大抵の矛盾は我慢してきましたが、これは譲歩できない。あなたの方針はマスターとして間違いだらけだ。理由を聞かなければ従いません。
Saber looks up at me. She's putting pressure on me, but I stare back at her.
理由なんてない。いいからおとなしくしてろって言ってるんだ。昼間は大丈夫なんだから、セイバーは休んでいればいいだろう。
断ります。明確な理由を聞かなければ私も引き下がれない。
わかんないやつだな。セイバーは女の子なんだから同じ部屋でなんか寝れるわけないだろう。
Saber freezes.
ともかく帰ってきたら部屋を用意するから、それまで休んでいてくれ。
I run out the door. Man, this is pathetic. But I'm running away. And I'm doing it in front of my opponents and my opponent too.
ガキか俺は。
I run outside and slap my blushing face. Well, anyway. Saber should understand since I told her so firmly. I'll apologize for yelling at her after I come home. I go down the hill. Takes about 30 minutes to get to school on foot. I don't have to hurry, but I'm walking quickly right now. The reason being, the girl walking silently behind me. She'll follow me to school if I don't do anything. I have to clearly tell her right here.
セイバー、家で待っていてくれって言っただろ。マスターの言うことを聞けないのか。
I stop and turn to her. After glaring at me,
さあ、サーバントがマスターの指示に従わないということはおそらく聞こえなかったのでしょう。
Why is it doing that? She turns away from me. I ignore Saber and go down the hill. Behind me, Saber's there, silently putting pressure on me.
いい加減戻れ。これ以上ついてこられると迷惑だって。はっきり言わなくちゃわからないのか。
I glare at the girl who's walking exactly 5 meters behind me. I don't know what her problem is, but I'm just met with some defiant. I don't know what her problem is, but I'm just met with silent defiance. Jeez. I have no idea what she's so mad about, but I'm sure she's just obstinate.
そうかよ。じゃあ好きにしろ。
I ignore Saber and walk on. I go up the hill leading to the school. This town has lots of hills, but this one is especially long. The school on top of the hill is high enough to be able to see everything in this town. It's a bit past 1 o'clock. Fortunately, I don't see any students around. It's Sunday, so I bet most people in the clubs are still resting after eating their lunch.
ついてるって言えばついてるけどな。さすがにここから先は無理だ。
I sigh and give up. I turn around. When I stop, Saber comes up to me and glares. She looks even more angry as I've been ignoring her this whole
そういえ
time.
ば、
何でしょう。好きにしていいということでしたが。
都合のいいことだけ聞くんだな、お前は。
当然です。私はサーバントですから、ミスミスマスターを危険にさらすわけにはいきません。
わかった。俺の負けだ。諦めたから一緒に学校まで行こう。そうすればお前だって学校が安全だってわかるだろうしさ。
You know, I just wondered something. Since, like, part of these games is trying to figure out who's who, I wonder if they give the servants, like, in the Japanese version, give the servants accents. That would be kind of fun, but I kind of doubt they do.
それと、さっきは怒鳴って悪かった。ほら、そうと決まったら口裏を合わせよう。セイバーは親父の親戚で、観光がてらに遊びに来たってことでいいか。
I walk up the hill with Saber.
はい。それでシロの都合がいいのなら構いません。
Give me 1 second. I think the Emiyas actually are not fully Japanese, so let me check that. Emiya. Give me 1 second. Fucking. Ah, they're there. Okay. Kiritsugu. Then, appears in place of origin. Because it would be. Oh no, they're probably just fully Japanese. Never mind. All right. Well, they could be distant relatives then, I guess. But I was wondering because I must be thinking of someone else from the series where it's like their one of their parents is like half something else other than Japanese. Oh, I think it's Rin actually. So that's it. Foolish me. Anyway, oh yes, let's not. Yes, I do not mind if that's convenient for you.
よし、それじゃあ決まりだ。そうだな。どうせ遅かれ早かれ顔合わせはするんだから、今紹介しても同じだよな。
That's right. Saber's bound to meet Sakura and Fujine if she's staying at my
そう
place.
だ、セイバー。聞き忘れてたけど、その服どうしたんだ？
これはリンがくれたものです。レーターになれない以上、普段着は必要だろうと。
That's unexpected. I'm not surprised by Tosaka's kindness, but just that she'd have such feminine clothes.
それじゃあ、あの鎧は？
What?
今はうちに置いてあるのか？
Ring dresses pretty femininely.
違います。あの鎧は私の魔力で編まれたものです。解除するということは消すということ。
なんだ、あの武装はいつでも出したり消したりできるってことか。
はい。ですから心配は無用です。ここで敵に襲われようと、白は私が守護します。
そっか。そりゃ頼もしい。
Maybe because I've kept so quiet up until now, my honest opinion slips out. Saber does not answer me and continues up the hill. We reach the school gate. Oh well. I guess I'll just pretend I'm showing a new student around
セイバ
school.
ー、もし誰かに呼び止められたら、何も言わずに首を振るんだぞ。 日本語は分かりませんって顔ができればベストだ。
I turn to Saber.
そういえば、なんだよ怖い顔して。脅かしっこはなしだぞ。
いえ、別に白を見ていたわけではありません。ただ魔力の残滓が強いもので驚いていただけです。
魔力の残滓？本当か？
Saber says so, but I don't feel anything. Well, I can't feel any magical energy unless it's really strong.
はい。と言っても白には驚くべきことでもない。リンは素人は同学年なのでしょ。彼女ほどの魔術師が1年以上いる場所なのです。工房の一つも用意しているでしょうから、どう隠しても魔力は漏れる。
It seems the magical energy Saber feels is from Tosaka.
あいつも結構同志なんだな。入る前からセイバーに魔力感知されるなんて。あいつ中にいるのか今？
いいえ、リン本人はいないようです。彼女がいるのならもっと強く感じ取れるでしょう。この敷地には魔術師らしき人間はいない。気になる違和感はありますが、とりあえず危険はありません。
だから危険なんてないって言っただろ。ほら中に入るからちゃんとついてこいよ。
This is part of UBW, so okay.
あれ、エミヤだ。何？もしかして食事は？
What? Oh. A person that knows you well comes in handy at a time like this. Mitsuri Ayako, the captain of the archery club, even figured out why I was here just by seeing me.
お疲れ。お察しの通り飯を届けに来た。藤根は中にいるか？
いるいる。いやー助かった。藤村先生ったら空腹でテンション高くて困ってたのよ。学食も休みだしさ、仕方ないんで。
そこまで深刻だったか。で買い出しってまさか下の豊悦に一人でか？
そこ以外にどこがあるっていうのよ。ただでさえ備品で金食ってるんだから、非常食に金は避けないでしょ。
As expected from Mitsuzuri, the woman who hates to waste money. By the way, Tosaka is the name Toyoetsu is the name of the supermarket in the shopping district. And the archery club, anyone resting their arm and taking a break is sent on a grocery run as an exercise. It's a contradictory custom because even though it's an exercise to rest your arm, you have to carry back a lot of groceries.
そりゃ災難だったな。ほら、弁当。遅くなったけど、藤姉に渡してやってくれ。
I hold out the bag.
お、豪華三段セット。いいね。久しぶりに見た。エミヤはこういう細いの上手なのよね。
I don't know what she's happy about, but she smiles. Oh yeah, she's good at mass production. Mitsuzuri is usually in charge of dinner during our training camp, and she surpasses us every time. The world of cooking is deep, considering how curry with whole potatoes in it tastes... What? The world of cooking is deep, considering how a curry with whole potatoes in it tasted good. Well, anyway. Mitsuzuri only looks inside the bag and doesn't take it.
おい、嫌味はいいから受け取れ。なんか、藤姉が暴れてて大変なんじゃないのか？
そうね。そう思うんならさっさと中に入って藤村先生に手渡してあげるべし。だいたいね、入り口であんたを返したなんて言ったらもっとへそ曲げるに決まってるじゃない。私は藤村先生にしごかれたくはないからね。ほら、ここまで来たら観念して中に入りな。
She points to the range using her chin. She's right. It can get scary later on if I don't at least go see her. I'm not here for archery practice, so I can go home as soon as I hand her the lunch. I give up and head to the archery range.
三綴り、お前も長いんだから朝のうちに藤根の弁当ぐらい確認しとけよ。顧問が生徒の昼飯を物欲しそうに見て回るなんてイメージ悪すぎるぞ。
いや、それが私も今朝は疲れててさ、最近ちょっと忙しくてあんまり余裕がないんだな。ま、あんたに愚痴ってもしょうがないんだけど。
Then she suddenly comes close to me and whispers into my ear.
で、エミヤ、あれ何者よ。すっごい美人だけど、知り合い？
Her voice is tense as she asks. Yeah, you'd usually be surprised to see Saber. All the more if she's coming into the archery range after me.
どうなのよ、エミヤ。あれ、知り合い？
説明すると複雑なんだが、そういうことにしておいてもらえると助かる。ついでにあいつが部室に入ってもみんなが騒がないように言い含めてくれるととんでもなく本に切る。
オッケー。事情は気になるけど、その交換条件は気に入った。エミヤ、後でチャラってのはなしだからね。
I open the door. Saber silently follows me and meets Suzuri. We enter the archery range. The range is as loud as a battlefield since it's right after lunch.
藤村先生、美咲さんがお腹痛くて死にそうだと言ってます。さっきの乾パン、いつの時代のだったんですか？そんなのただの腹痛よ。一緒に食べた先生は元気なんだから、美咲さんには昆布茶でも飲ませておきなさい。大賀先生、巻きわら練習するんでストーブ移動させてください。道場の隅は寒いっす。はい、いい度胸してる君は半ズボンで道場3周、腐った少年ともども叩き直してきなさいね。先生、出血です。北子くんが鶴で頬を切りました。その程度なら保健室に行かなくてもいいわ。裏山に植えてあるアロエでも塗っときなさい。いた。もうなんだってこんなに裏ぞってんのよ、この弓ってば。こんなんじゃうまく張れないじゃない。そこ上から押さえて張らないの。まだ若いんだから、難しいんなら2人でやんなさい。ひっくり返して切り爪が離れたら後で首を折っちゃうんだから。こうポキッと大事な弓を壊した生徒、私が。先生、切り子がありません。手が滑ります。あれ、本当？誰か物置に行って在庫を取ってきて。先生、在庫切れです。原因は先日先生が発注を忘れたことだと思います。じゃあ1年は野球部から老人バッグちょっぱってくること。うわー、むちゃくちゃだこの先生。
They scream in unison. Man, this place doesn't change at all.
さて、
I can't be watching this hellish scene forever.
ちょうどいい。おい、さくら。
I call out to her.
先輩。
Sakura puts down the bow in her hand and runs to me.
先輩、どうしたんですか今日は。もしかしてその。
なあ、藤根に弁当を届けに来たんだ。
Bro!
悪いんだけど、あそこでむちゃくちゃ言ってる教師を連れてきてくれ。
はい、そうですよね。そういえば先生、電話してました。
I just realized something. She is only a slight hair, like, just slightly switch up the color of her hair, and she's the blue-haired childhood friend. Not exactly, but like, man. boys oblivious, though I am not one who can make such comments about obliviousness. That would be pretty hypocritical, honestly. Still, kind of funny. Anyway, yeah, she was the one calling it. I don't know where her cheerfulness went as she slumps I don't know where her cheerfulness went as she slumps her shoulders.
そういうこと。藤ね、腹減って無理難題言ってるんだろ。手遅れかもしれないけど、とにかく弁当を作ってきたから食わせてやってくれ。それと、昨日は遅くなって悪かった。晩飯作っといてくれてサンキュー。
そう言ってもらえると嬉しいです。けど
She looks behind me. There stands a gold-haired girl unsuited to this range.
先輩？
なんだ？もしかして本当に手遅れか？一応さくらの分も作っといたのも無駄？い
え、そんなことないです。私もお腹減ってます。その先生に半分あげちゃったから。
そんなことだろうと思った。さくらのはすぐに食べられるようにしといたから、そう時間は取らないはずだ。ま、みんなもそういう事情なら昼食を再開しても文句ないだろうけどな。
そうですね。それじゃあごちそうになりますけど。
そうだな。せっかく来たんだし、部活が終わるまで学校にいるよ。昨日はすっぽかしたし、今日の夕飯は俺が作るから、さくらも食べに来てくれ。
はい、喜んで。それじゃあすぐに先生を呼んできますね。先輩、お弁当だけ置いてどこかに行くのはなしですよ。
Sakura goes to get Fujine in a hurry. When I look around, Mitsuzuri is explaining things to the students that are getting ready from seeing Saber. Well, I've accomplished my goal.
ああ、お腹いっぱい。糖分も頭に回ったし、これでようやく本調子ね。
The break room. Fujine is munching on some sweet bean jelly as she drinks some tea. The only thing audible in the quiet dojo is the sound of arrows. It must be because Fujine is calm now.
先生、そろそろ私も社長に出ますから失礼しますね。
はいはい。あ、控えにいる三辻さんに話があるからこっちに来るよう伝えてもらえる？はい。
先輩もゆっくりしていってください。できれば久しぶりに指導してもらえると助かります。
Sakura bows and leaves. But when she does so, she looks uneasily at Saber, who is watching us quietly by the wall.
で、シロはこの後どうするの？部活は5時に終わらせるけど、それまで見学していく？
What should I do? It seems Saber is looking at the archery range with interest, so I should save, cause we're probably gonna be done for today, honestly. Man. Yeah, nah, it's been almost 3 hours. I kinda want to keep going, but I'm getting tired. And should probably do some other stuff here anyway, so that's going to be it, I think. Yeah, I think that's good. Alright, so sayonara Terina. Thanks for watching.